Here we are at AWSome Day, Belgrade 2019, and we had a great day today, and with several completely different presentations. And one of these presentations was about using the artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these cool stuff in the cloud. And uh, we have a, we have a presenter from one of the presentations from Styria, and we would really like to hear more about how they using these AWS technologies and which are the real products that they use it for. Can you just tell us about yourself and introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. So my name is Dominik Safaric. I'm the head of engineering and infrastructure at Styria.AI. What we are actually mainly about is creating custom machine learning algorithms for computer vision. So including areas such as recommender systems based on visual similarity, then object localization, that is detection and classification as well. But on top of this, we actually deal with a variety of other clients, so internal from the group itself, but external as well.
So there is actual usage for this artificial intelligence. Can you tell us the exact thing that you're doing with this so we can actually translate that to people?
Yes, of course. So the exact thing that we do, I'll try to highlight like two products that we have. So the first one is the visual recommender, which marketplaces, that is websites selling second-hand goods, used for recommending products to some other users. So let's say that you're a user, you open some interesting product, and then at the bottom of the page you'll see other visually similar products, like for example Nike shoes and so forth, all within the context of the product that you're actually looking for. With this, of course, we aim at better targeting, that is matching actually sellers and buyers, and that is like the primarily goal actually of the service.
So what can you actually match in this? Just like colors, like shapes,
Yes.
patterns. What
Yep.
you're looking for?
So the neural network that's actually behind matches several things. So patterns which you might find, for instance, in a shirt, so to say. The color as well. That is another layer of this neural network that we actually created. On top of this, it matches, of course, all sorts of other shapes. And I mean, in general, when it comes to the application of this algorithm, it's applicable from categories such as cars, that is vehicles, to boats, up to some goods such as running shoes or some kitchen aids, for instance. So it has quite a broad sense in terms of what exactly can it actually match, that is recognize and recommend upon it.
Okay. So another product is kind of similar, but it's for different usage. You can tell us about
Yes.
how they use it.
Yep. So the other product that we have aims at helping users to simplify the process of placing an ad. So we have this case of, let's say, Newscolor, which is like the largest Croatian marketplace, or Willhab in Austria, where it's quite difficult for users, first of all, to know in what category to place the product, because you have thousands and thousands of categories, among which users have to select the right one. And on top of this, it's quite hard to them as well to estimate what the price of this product should be, or how fast will the product actually go away, that is, be sold. So hence we've created a solution that allows our users to detect products, that is, various objects, using their mobile phone in real time, but just simply moving the camera, nothing else. And the algorithm will in real time detect all of the objects surrounding them, classify them in terms of saying what type of object it is, and on top of this it will estimate the price and give the user some recommendation, that is estimation of what could be the time when the product will be sold.
Okay, so you're trying to resolve us from using our brain for all unnecessary stuff and just jump into the final solution. Okay, this is the product, you buy it, that's it. Okay, so that's cool. We just want to rest and don't use our brain. So tell us more about the technologies that you use here. So you were talking about switching from on-premise to the cloud, but
Yep.
it's not an easy journey, or it is?
I mean, it's not an easy journey. I mean, Technology-wise, we are mostly COBOL-based. I'm joking. Technology-wise, so we use for managing our infrastructure, data services, we use AWS. When it comes to some other technologies, I mean, we primarily as a data science team use Python as the main programming language, and some machine learning frameworks, that is libraries, including TensorFlow, that is PyTorch, for training the model itself. Mainly because this is the programming language that is de facto the standard actually within the field.
Your
for
native work environment is cloud. You were
Yes.
kind of already there, but you still had to upgrade and move in the cloud.
Yeah, I mean, in general, our migration to the cloud took approximately 3 years to get like some really good hands-on experience, to get, I would even dare to say, quite a sexy piece of infrastructure, in terms that, so we were running all of our services in an in-house data center that is on-premise environment. But this honestly has been a terrible experience, into which I won't go right now into. So we started to migrate to the cloud like really incrementally, in terms, okay, let's at first try to use some simple services such as EC2, S3, and so forth and so forth. But this unfortunately didn't yield like the benefits that we actually sought for. So if we take a look at our infrastructure nowadays, where we utilize various services, especially serverless, that AWS has to offer, that is the true advantage that we actually got from the cloud.
Okay. So tell us about the knowledge that you have to acquire to get into the whole this machine learning thing. There is a machine learning, and also cloud learning about machine learning. So I think it's a good thing that Amazon is supporting so many open source solutions and tools, so you can actually use them on premise, or just learn a lot and then just apply it in Amazon cloud. So that's a good thing. So, but still you have a lot of new things to learn.
Yeah,
So
I mean, in general, our path was.
Can some other brain learn that for us?
Yes, of course it can. Our path was that we just simply got to the cloud, that is to the infrastructure that we have nowadays, through trial and error. So no one actually within our team has an official AWS certification or anything alike, but as said, we're giving a try with things in some staging, that is testing environments, having a set of products where we could actually experiment with various technologies that weren't production ready, and which allowed us actually to get a sense of feeling of the various services that AWS has. Like, for example, when we started one project a year and a half ago actually, that was the first time that we actually put our hands on some serverless technologies, including AWS Lambda, Kinesis, serverless Aurora, which, I mean, is available ever since last November, nevertheless. And so that was the crucial time when we actually started to feel the benefits that these services actually offer, in terms that previously we would probably just simply jump in with something like Kafka Spark Streaming, which is of course supported on AWS as well, but we'll try to reinvent the wheel, and that's not the point. The point is just simply to simplify this, first of all, development process, deployment process, and just simply to decrease the complexity that we have for managing all of these services.
So you were actually doing what was actually being done in machine learning, trial and error, and that's how you got to the final product.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, we aren't still perfect. There are still some things that we prototype, that is experiment with. One of those, so we as a machine learning company have to deal with serving machine learning models.
Okay.
That is like one pain point that we had for the past years, still evaluating different options just in order to see what solution would actually fit our requirements. There are solutions such as AWS SageMaker, but unfortunately doesn't meet like all of the requirements that we have.
Okay.
So that is still something that the team is extensively working on, just simply to simplify our infrastructure and make it even more robust than ever before.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview. I hope you come
You're
again
welcome.
to Belgrade.
Of course.